What is up, guys? It's your boy VB Lightning back at it again with another video, and in today's video we are going over the new operator Azami. Alright, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to play her most effectively here in year 7. If you guys like today's video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, turn those notifications on, and let's get into it. Alright, so she has a Kiba barrier, alright? And this is what it looks like, alright? This is a Kiba barrier. Alright, and how to play her most effectively is disrupting lines of sight that the attackers use. So, for example, we are defending hookah here on Coastline, hookah billiards. A lot of attackers go for the VIP push, and they do it for this angle. You cannot get an angle on the rotation back in billiards when this thing is right here. You cannot get an angle from right here over to where the rotation would be right here, and without it you will be able to get an angle. So that's one example of disrupting a line of sight. And guys, you can knife these barriers 3 times and they get rid of them. You can Ash charge it, Zofia charge it. It's pretty easy to get rid of it, but it does waste utility. So you really don't want the attackers to just be able to knife it without any threat of the defenders, okay? So here's another example of this. We're gonna put one on this window, alright, here in hookah, and it blocks the window, and you can rotate, put the rotation right here. You can rotate without people from the window shooting you, okay? So you can rotate safely. And the big thing about this, and why you wouldn't put it on the window like this, because with this, when you're repelling, you can easily knife it and there's no threat of the defender. With this, you really can't get rid of it unless you want to waste your utility on it. Alright guys, something I want to make you aware of when you use Azami is to not help the attackers, okay? So, for example, when you're pushing this hookah door as an attacker, you're kind of looking at this rotate, you're looking at the door, you're kind of hoping nobody at the door swings you, and then you got this rotation, okay? So, when I'm walking in here as an attacker, I'm really worried about somebody swinging me from this door. But what I see people do sometimes with Azami is you place a Kiba barrier on the door, okay? And you do that because you're thinking, oh, they can't shoot me from the window or the door if I run across here, which is true, they can't. But guys, you are giving the attackers one less thing to look at when they walk in, okay? So that is not a good Kiba barrier, and that's just one example of it. So you got to be careful when you are placing these Kiba barriers down. You got to think of the attacker's point of view. So think of, oh, the attacker walks in here, they have one less thing to look at, and I can't swing this door when they walk in. So that would not be a good Kiba barrier. So keep in mind the attacker's perspective of the Kiba barriers as well as yours. Alright guys, so the next thing I want to talk about with Azami is creating new lines of sight that the attackers won't expect. Alright, so let's say you're holding 90 as Azami. You place an Azami right here, it comes out to be like this. You hop onto the box and you got a nice little head glitch right here. This is just a simple angle that you can do as Azami, alright? There are trickier angles you can discover the more you play Azami, but this is just one simple one that will get you a kill, guys, because the attackers are pre-firing right here. Well, okay, right here, alright? Right on this head glitch of the box, alright? And they're kind of pre-firing you swinging out if you're holding 90. No attacker is pre-firing you up here on a head glitch, and even if they do pre-fire you, they're probably not hitting the shot, okay? Because the only thing that is exposed is your head. Your entire body is covered with this peak. So a good way to play Azami, guys, is creating new and unexpected lines of sight that the attackers won't expect. The last and most important thing I want to show you to do with Azami is holding rooms with her Kiba barriers. Alright, so we are on the map of Clubhouse, we are defending Cache Site, and we are holding Garage, okay? So what happens a lot when you are holding top rafters is you're exposed to the breach and the door at the same time, and you get shot from the door when holding the breach, or you get shot from the breach when holding the door, okay? There's also this soft wall, there's also this door, there's also this soft wall, there's also this soft wall. Hopefully you guys reinforce these walls though. Anyway, so with her Kiba barriers, guys, you can be exposed to one angle at a time, alright? So when you're peeking the breach, you're not exposed to the door. When you're peeking the door, you're not exposed to the breach. When you're peeking this door, you're not exposed to this door or this soft wall, okay? So it's all about only being exposed to the line of sight you're peeking, okay? That's what it's all about with these Kiba barriers, and that's why they're so good, okay? So I'm peeking this door, and I'm not exposed to anything else. With this Kiba barrier, I'm peeking the door, and I'm not exposed to anything else. And I put this Kiba barrier here so you can't get wall banged when peeking this one, okay? Let's say they're not outside the breach and you want to hold this and they took garage on you, then you can hold this angle, nice little head glitch right here, and you can also kind of peek the door from right down here, and that's if they're not at the breach, okay? If they're at the breach, then you want to stick to these Kiba barriers, okay? And then this Kiba barrier is for peeking the door and not being exposed to anything else, okay? And then you can also get a nice little head glitch down here, okay? So it's all about peeking one thing at a time and not being exposed to any other angle. And that's how you die in garage or other rooms you want to hold, is because you're peeking something and then you get shot from an angle that you weren't peeking, okay? So I will show you guys another example of this on Coastline. So what you're seeing on the screen is a VIP hold with Azami and her Kiba barriers, alright? We are on the map Coastline, and we are defending Penthouse, alright? So we have a rotation going from VIP to Penthouse, and then we put a Kiba barrier in the rotation to block the line of sight from the Penthouse window to the rotation, so we can rotate from VIP to Penthouse, alright? And then they also can't get a line of sight from the Penthouse window into VIP, so where we are playing, alright? So then we got a couple Kiba barriers set up on the door, so it blocks the line of sight from the billiards room to VIP, alright? And then it also blocks the line of sight if they can get one from the hallway into the corner of VIP. And then we also can tell, it kind of serves as a castle, because then we can tell if they're outside of it, or if they're starting to knife it, or if they shoot it down, then we know they're outside and in that hallway, okay? And then we got a Kiba barrier set up in the corner of VIP to where you can get an angle on the door and not be exposed to the breach, alright? So that is a good VIP hold with these Kiba barriers, and you guys can do these holds on all kinds of rooms in different sites. I just gave you guys two examples with the one in Garage on Clubhouse and then the one in VIP on Coastline, alright? If you guys learned something from today's video, please smash that like button, subscribe if you are not already, and I'll see you guys next time.
No, I'm gonna shut up. Oh,
Now they did.
He dropped? Let's go, Alex. Nice, guys. Nice, guys. Okay, one
Inside.
up.